Howdy everybody. I had some time this weekend, so I decided to make this thing. I had the idea for it a long time ago, and it wasn't until now that I could get around to making it. It's called the Diem's Clock, and it comes in 4 different flavors. They look like this. I'll explain what they do. Basically, you just use these little counters to keep track of the time in your games. If you want to keep track of everything up to months and even days of the week, you use the big one. If you just want to use it during combats, you use this little one. Also, I heard one guy on the net, I'm not going to say his name, I don't know if he wants me to. Anyway, he was talking about how he uses 10-second rounds instead of the 1-minute rounds suggested in the manuals. I like the idea, so I made 2 different flavors of this. One for the method mentioned in the manuals and another for his. So this is the one you would use if you're using 10-second rounds. Anyway, this is how it works. You just choose a game time to begin with, and you're represented on this card with these little fish aquarium beads. Then as events happen, you just slide the beads around as is needed, right? So, like a Friday, August 24th, would look like this, and at noon, right? So noon's right here. So this is what Friday, August the 24th would look like at noon. Wednesday on January 10th would look a little bit different. So there's that, and then like 6:35 in the evening, right? So 6:35, right? And then as events start to happen, you just slide them around. So like here, 10 minutes later, that would be 6:45 instead. So anyway, you just slide the beads around as time passes. During combat, it would go something like this. You would keep track of your rounds here, and you'd keep track of your segments here. So for example, if combat started at 9:46 in the morning, the starting bead configuration would look something like this. Then everyone would just roll their initiative and add their bonuses and negatives to it. From there, you would just go to each segment spot on the card and see who would go when. So give me all the ones, if you got a 2, let's go here, 3. For spellcasters, if someone starts casting a fireball, say here in the first round, and it takes 3 segments to cast it, you would put this here. And then when you get there, you'll know that their spell resolved, right? Anyway, this is basically what the card does. It's just a way for a DM to keep track of time in his game. I can see how some people would be interested, but others might not, so it's up to you if you want to do it. Anyway, have a good time. I hope you like it. Oh yeah, when you print it out, they should be printed out to these sizes, and then I laminated mine. Tell me if you find any typos. Thanks a lot. See y'all later. Have a nice day.